tell you all a little bit about KidGINEER. We know a lot of you found us from the internet, but as you know, we are a 6-week engineering program. We provide science, technology, engineering, and math enrichment. And we started the program 3 years ago at Montville Elementary as an after-school program for 10 weeks. So let's see, I think I see some of the first KidGINEERs we ever had in the history. Stand up if you were in the first KidGINEER class. Just, so everybody give them a round of applause. So they've been in KidGINEER for 3 years now, working on all types of projects from chemistry, making slime, and we build houses, and we, let's see, you want to tell them about what your favorite project has been so far at KidGINEER? Amar, what's your favorite so far? Out of all the KidGINEER classes you've been in? Slime, okay. Slime, I mean that.
That's slime.
The bridge and what else? Oh yeah, so Olivia was in the class where we talked about civil engineering, and we had a bridge building contest, and also we talked about electrical engineering and built doorbells. And in the class that Naya was in, we actually built houses, and they wired the houses with doorbells, ceiling fans, and lights. So we have a lot of fun at KidGINEER. You all can sit down, thank you. And so for the past 3 years, well, after we had the program at Montville for 10 weeks, it was 3 days during the week. It was kind of a lot for us, so we decided to expand it and open the program up to 4 kids on the weekend. And so here we are today with this class. So we really appreciate your continued support. Our next class is probably going to be in the fall, and we're going to focus on mechanical engineering. So this has been the first time that we've ever had to repeat our class. We've always had an original 6-week class, but this session, the last session, we had 30 kids on the wait list. So we decided, since so many kids wanted to learn about robots, we would just have another robotics class. So what did you all think? Was it fun? Yes. Okay, everybody have a good time in KidGINEER? Yes. Okay. Now, I'm going to introduce our special guest here today. In case you don't know my name, I'm Andrea Evans. So a few years ago, I started KidGINEER when my daughter Naya was in kindergarten, and I was looking for a good program for her to be in. And I'm originally from Houston. My elementary school actually had a science lab. So when I learned that her school didn't have a separate science lab, I thought we should do something about this. So I talked to the PTA and said I have an idea, and sort of just formed KidGINEER, and never thought it would take up so much of our time, but we love it. And we love your kids, and we're just so glad that they make us feel good about, you know, coming here each Saturday. So we really thank you all again. And I want to introduce Naya as the Vice President of KidGINEER. She's our daughter. Stand up, Naya. And Naya is the one that helps us pick out all our projects. So on Friday night, she has to stay up really late to help us build the robots, and she tells us if it's going to be fun and if everybody's going to like it. So everybody give Naya a round of applause. I'm going to introduce my husband, Chris. So we're truly a family-owned business. Everybody here is family. My husband, Chris, always helps us each week with setting up and putting the robots together and being really encouraging. So everybody give him a round of applause. And my mother, Dr. Bernadette Hintz, she has a PhD in education and also engineering, so she helps us out with a lot of the curriculum that you see and helping the kids come up with, she helps us with the worksheets and just a lot of emphasizing to make sure that the kids are actually learning something and not just putting things together so they can actually demonstrate the parts of the robots. And I want to thank my mother-in-law, Dean Evans. So she was the first teacher with me in KidGINEER. So 3 days a week at Bond Mill. You know, she's a retired teacher of 30 years.
32 and a half.
So she would come in from Baltimore to help us out. And my father-in-law, Mert Evans, who's been supportive and encouraging to us, and also works for the Baltimore County Public School System. And did everybody give me a round of applause? And I'm going to ask Brianna and Shelly Ann to come up. Especially Shelly Ann. She's been our first volunteer. I'm so proud of her because she took the initiative when kids could be doing other things on the weekend. She has younger sisters and brothers who are in the program, and she asked if she volunteers. So tell them about why you like volunteering and how long you've been volunteering, and you think about why. Now this is Brianna. She's a new volunteer to KidGINEER, but she's helped us out this session too. So tell us about what you did and why you like volunteering.
Well, this is my third or fourth session of KidGINEER, and it's really fun because you get to be with a lot of really smart kids. I'm in the science and tech program at Eleanor Roosevelt High School, and when we were first taking that test, it was really hard, and I noticed that a lot of the things that were on the test were things that I was doing with family. I mean, you never know. I could have never gotten in if it wasn't for this. It was really fun, and these are super smart, like I said, high school level. A lot of the curriculum is, so I'm really proud of them.
I like being a volunteer because it's fun to help kids with things that they enjoy, and I like working with kids because they get smarter and it helps them get to school. I'm going to be in technology school soon, so I enjoy it.
We're so proud of them because as you see, each week we need a lot of help from our volunteers, so we appreciate your help and thank you for your time and contribution to KidGINEER. Now, I want to have all the parent volunteers come up. Boris and Daniel, and you can, so each week, specifically Daniel, he was here every week volunteering for this session, and Boris, whose wife just had a baby Monday, was coming out on Saturdays as well to help us. So you all stand kind of in the front and tell them about what you observed and the impact you made on the kids.
Well, I'm proud of the program because it truly supplements what they're learning in elementary school. Elementary school. They're learning things that I didn't learn in middle school or high school. And the key thing about what Andrea and her family are doing, they're making it fun. So the children are not losing interest. They're not, it's fun. They enjoy it. And it's very interactive. It's not just theory, someone teaching like in the classroom. So I think Andrea and her family have done a great job. I'm glad to be a part of the program.
Well, I have enjoyed, volunteering and helping out the couple of Saturdays I didn't make it. I think the program is key to our community because it introduces key concepts that normally kids wouldn't be exposed to at this age. And as you have high school students, this is stuff that they'll see. It's coming around pretty soon. We're in this world filled with technology. It's going to be ever changing. So this is a great introduction for the kids and something that we build with.
For each session, at the end of each session, we like to have a program like this so you can see what your kids have been learning. But we also like to have a speaker come in to kind of talk about whatever the topic is. So for our electrical session, we had someone come in from Pepco. The kids built their houses, and he could tell them about how electricity works in actual houses. Our last robotics session, we actually had some engineers come from University of Maryland, and they were really impressed because one of the gentlemen was working on his PhD, and he had built an alligator robot, and the kids built the same robot except his was built out of different materials, because we built our robots out of Lego, but the kids know you can build robots out of different materials, right? And some robots, now do all robots have heads? No. Do they all have legs? No. So robots look different. So for this session, I actually had a very difficult time securing a speaker. I emailed a lot of organizations, and one organization, I wish they were here to see how smart you were, because the guy actually wrote back and said that you all wouldn't understand the presentation that he was going to make, because he didn't think you all were smart. He looked it up and said, I don't think these kids are going to know it, so I'm glad they're here taping this so we can show them how smart you are, and I can't wait to send this tape to him. Step up to the challenge was National Society of Black Engineers, and specifically Randy McCain. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, I have a degree in math and civil engineering, and I have a law degree, and I'm a patent attorney, patent, trademark, and copyright attorney. But when I was in undergrad, had it not been for NSBE, National Society of Black Engineers, I probably wouldn't even be here, because it's good to have that support group. So I went back and contacted them, and Randy stepped up and without hesitation or reservation called and said, we will do this, and sent me a YouTube video of his students. So I'm very impressed with this group of students. I'm very proud of you all, and I can't wait for you all to talk about your robot and what they did with their robot. So everybody give them a round of applause.
But I'm totally blown away by what you all have done, and I was saying wow the entire time with the robots. And I want to say thank you for what you're doing at the ages you all are doing it. Thank you for waking up this morning. I know it's Saturday, everyone is sleep in. So I want to say I appreciate everything you all are doing. I'm excited to see y'all get to the next level. Now, my name is Ricardo Billenzar, and I'm actually with NSBE. I'm out of Howard's chapter. HU. I like that. All right, so what I do there, I'm an information system technology undergrad, which means I'm in my first degree at Howard. And from there, what I do is with NSBE. NSBE is about make sure we service the minorities, and we accept everyone come into the group, but that's our focus. So we have a mission statement I think we follow very cleanly and clearly to the letter, and we really encourage everyone to excel academically, build professionally, and also serve their community. And that's what I do here. I'm a mentor for Metro Warriors youth organization, which has their own junior chapter in NSBE. Just give some information about NSBE though. They actually give away around $30 million in scholarships each year. It's a very well-known organization in the United States. We actually have a chapter in Amsterdam, which is in the Germany area, so it's definitely worth getting involved. And I'm going to go and introduce the young men here today. What role was with the project?
My name is Patrick Johnson. I attended Woodbridge at the French Public Charter School. I'm an 8th grader, and my role as an engineer was a computer engineer.
My name is Anthony Robinson. I go to Holy Family School, and I'm in the 6th grade. My role as an engineer was the industrial engineer.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah McCain. I go to Holy Family School. I'm in the 6th grade. I'm 11 years old. My job as an engineer was a mechanical engineer.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Coleman. I'm 12. I go to Alexandria Middle School. I'm in 6th grade, and I was the electrical engineer.
All right. Thank you. So So what we're going to do, we're going to start into the presentation that we brought for you all. Then we have a special treat for you as well to make sure you get everything you possibly out of the meeting today. So fellas, if you don't mind, we're going to walk through the steps on the screen, your projector behind you. We're going to start with computer engineer, if you don't mind. Can you tell me who was a computer engineer? Patrick, give me a description of a computer engineer.
As a computer engineer, my job was to make sure all the voltage and the wires was in the right position so the NXT, known as the brain of the robot, will work correctly.
I was an industrial engineer, and what I did was made sure I had all the parts for the robot, like certain parts. And as I was the one in charge to make sure the robot was built correctly in the program.
Well, I was a mechanical engineer, and basically what a mechanical engineer does, he's someone who builds all these pieces together to make these amazing robots do amazing things.
I was the electrical engineer. I had to make sure all the wires were connected to make sure that everything worked correctly. If it did, it would be.
What's the purpose? The reason for us to do this is to teach young engineers like you guys to increase the number of black engineers. I know that there are not a lot of black engineers out, so we need to what our purpose is to increase the number of black engineers by building robots.
Our hypothesis was we program our robot to locate the ball. We should grab the ball, go all the way around the circle, and come back to the start. And the last time we did that, it didn't work, but at practice we finally got it perfect to go all the way around the circle and come back to the start.
The sensors, there are multiple types of sensors. We have the ultrasonic sensor, which to y'all is a motion sensor. It plays as an ass for the robot. It detects anything within a radius. Next we have the touch sensor. It's the hands for the NXT. It feels any object within its touch. Then we have the light sensor. The light sensor detects the threshold of light and dark in different colors.
The servo. Basically, we have motors. One of our motors are I guess these are one of our motors right here. We have to put two motors on the robot because you need both of the wheels to go. And basically, what this motor does is just makes the robot move in different motions. So you need to program the robot to do certain things. And one of the things you need to do is program the motors to move both wheels. The brain of the robot, or the brain of the robot, or the NFC. The reason why we call it the brain of the robot is because basically it's the thing that you program everything in. People think it's like if you have to program different types of things into the brain of the robot to do a lot of cool things that the robot does.
The function. The robot that we used at the competition last year, we based it off a mouse trap. As the mouse goes to the cheese, it clamps on top of the mouse. As we did for our robot known in this picture, this is the metal piece that clamps on the ball. So you had to capture a ball. So the ball was the mouse, and this was the capture piece. So if the motion sensor sees the ball, it will clamp on top of the ball.
Our ball. Well, this is the base of the robot. When you first build a robot, it's going to look like. When you first build a robot, it's going to look like this. But you have to add extra parts like the motors. Well, no, not the motors, but the like the claw, and program the robot to look like the claw. put calls on the robot.
It was math used to build these robots. As for the wheels, we need to find the circumference, which is the perimeter around the wheels, to find how far we want the NXT to go.
So why is it important for math?
It's important to use math because without the math, you will not know the distance you want the NXT to go. You will not know how many degrees you want it to turn. And that's it.
Programming a robot. It's not as easy programming a robot. It may be easy building a robot, but not as easy programming a robot. You need to know math terms and math terms to program a robot to do questions. Any answers?
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah. Someone said a question? Yeah. Okay, what question do you have?
So, what was the screen for in the robot?
Screen for on the robot.
Yeah. What's the question?
It's for you to see the programs on the robot, so you can know when to go to program the robot.
Does anyone else have any questions? Any questions at all?
And here's another question.
All right.
Why did you guys decide to join?
Can y'all repeat the question? I want to answer. Repeat the question. What did you decide?
Decided that.
This is the prop. You what was the question is?
Why did you decide to join? Let's just say,
Why did you decide to join Metro Warriors?
I decided to join NSB.
Everybody here.
I decided to join NSB from Metro Warriors. I decided to join it because I wanted to become a black engineer. Know if I could get a scholarship for doing multiple activities that can help me out in school. Also, I'm doing it because I'm putting my talents at the best. So I'm using my best talents to help out my team and the organization.
Well, did you all notice that he talked about the motor? And how many motors did our robots have?
one.
And he said his had two. Why did he say his had two?
They're bigger.
Not because they were bigger. They were bigger, but he talked about the motor makes something move. So he had two wheels. He said he needed one motor for each wheel, right? That's what you said?
It has many more motors. You should only put two motors because you only have two wheels and that's just it. But over here, we have more motors on that robot. Like if we were to put the claw on this robot, we would have to put another motor on this robot to make the claw function.
Okay, so each piece that moves has to have the motor, right? And he talked about the brain.
Yes.
What was our brain? What's your brain? What's your controller?
The NXT right here.
Okay, that's what you were asking about with the screen. So theirs is a smaller computer. Okay, who wants to see their robots work?
Come on, everybody, right?
I can't wait to see this.
Can you put him in the middle?
So he's doing the race car.
Oh, what do y'all think about that? Did you know the robots that you buy? Did you know the race car you got for Christmas was a robot? Good work.
Well, for his robot, he had programmed it from the computer. But on this robot, we did not program it. It had a demo on it, so it won't really do anything but go straight and turn around.
That's something. That sounds good.
I don't know if we got that set up. I don't think we set that up. Oh, you did? Okay.
Does it have a motion sensor on it? No, it's not.
Well, we did not put one on there.
Oh, okay.
We just built it like
Yes, you may.
That's a lot of hard work. Well, thank you, everybody. Give them a round of
We have one more treat. I want to show a quick video of what we did last year. So if you don't mind.
This is our competition for the national championship in St. Louis at the NESB. There was multiple activities that we did.
I hope to see everyone participating in the KidGINEER program. And then if you feel like it, if you want to get older, we will always be around in NESB doing the same thing. Competitions are a beautiful thing to go to and really encourage you to do well in school. You see a lot of people like yourself, young ages, encouraging each other. And it's just a beautiful atmosphere. It really is. A lot of fun. And the best thing I think they mentioned is the fact that it doesn't matter if it works, it's about trying. Because if you try it, you find that something doesn't work, you can always fix it like this. Just give you an example. Earlier, while we were setting up, they noticed they wanted to put a different wheel on. They were trying different options. So it happens any and everywhere. Engineering is everywhere. So that's one thing I love about it. So I want to thank everyone for their time today. I want to thank Mr. Patrick, Mr. Anthony, Jeremiah, and Mr. Shiloh for coming out. Up on the back, we got Mr. Patrick Johnson as well. So thank everybody for coming out, and thank you all for your time.